In this podcast, I will be answering the question about how women from the 10th to 13th centuries contributed as leaders, composers, audiences, and topics of songs. From the 10th to 13th centuries, women held many roles, but some of the most influential were those who wrote monophonic music. Two of the most famous are Hildegard of Bingen and Beatrice de Dea. From their works, they were able to give unique perspective about ideas such as courtly love and religious experiences. Both Hildegard and Beatrice were individually strong and have been able to positively influence people even years after their deaths. As leaders, Hildegard is known for many different things, but she is most well known for writing sacred dramas that were based off of visions that she had. In most plays during that time period, men were the leads. However, Hildegard wrote for and included many women in her dramas. She was able to give women chances to perform. Hildegard's visions have also been so influential that they were written down and are being studied and taught about in classrooms today. Unlike some of the unknown troubadour writers, Beatrice's canso with music has still survived. She set an example that women were equally capable academically and socially. Hildegard and Beatrice both allowed women to experience the same opportunities that men had at that time. Women were not given as many titles and privileges as men, but Hildegard and Beatrice's works allowed women to receive recognition for their talents. They both wrote about different topics. Hildegard's sacred dramas talked about religious temptation that symbolizes the life of a Christian and the struggles that they face. Beatrice's canso talks about worldly love. As a troubadourite, she would write about refined love, and her canso would have been based off of personal experience. In her canso, she writes about a singer who is heartbroken, but still realizes that her values and reputation are not dependent on a man who does not treat her well. Hildegard and Beatrice's topics gave listeners and other writers more confidence. Both of their works set examples that did not follow the traditional path like most previous songs and dramas. Their audiences were able to realize that writing about new, non-traditional topics were very influential to their culture. To the audiences, Hildegard writes noble women who she respected. To her audience, she communicated that the religious struggles that Christians face on earth. Beatrice's audience focused more on those who enjoyed songs about love and companionship. She introduced her audience to a deeper level of love, and she emphasized that character was more valuable than physical appearances. Having songs written from a woman's perspective, the audience would be more diverse and be aware of the talent that both Hildegard and Beatrice possessed. Women would also feel understood and accepted since they could relate to those situations. Hildegard of Bingen and Beatrice de Dea are some of the most famous women in history. Both have impacted society, modern music, and culture by taking risks, giving equal opportunities, and being vulnerable with their ideas and writings. Now, because of their sacrifices and honesty, society has a better understanding of many aspects of culture, history, and the value of equality.